Right, it's Group 3 at Lago Maggiore. So here we are, back in the house with Daily Race B, and this week Daily Race B is on Lago Maggiore, and we've got the Group 3 cars for 5 laps on the racing medium tyre, with 1 times fuel, 1 times tyre and BOP. Lago Maggiore then, kind of like Fuji for me last week, a bit with this one. It's one of them really, don't really love it, don't really hate it, but I think like with Fuji last week, that was more on the don't really love it end of the scale. Lago Maggiore is more on the other end, on the don't really hate it bit. Good track, quite like the layout of Lago Maggiore. The first sector, quite technical, going on into a bit of a quicker second sector, and then nice few couple of quick corners around the place. Normally for these Group 3 races we get the racing hard tyre, but this time we have the racing medium tyre, so that should be quite good. So yeah, I'd say, Lago Maggiore, it's one of those tracks. We know it, we know where it goes, just a case of getting around it, maximising the lap time and all that. So I'd say where we are now, I'd say yeah, we are relatively poised for a couple of not so bad daily races here at Lago Maggiore today. So I think with all things said, we better get into it, see how it goes. Okay, where are we going from then? P14. Not so bad. We can't go that much backwards then off the start line. Right, here we go. Lago Maggiore, let's get to it. It's like a non-starter there as we get ourselves down towards the first corner. Just going to focus now on getting ourselves through nice and smooth. There we are. Get around this first technical section of the Lago Maggiore course. Just got this real tight right-hander here. Just getting ourselves nice and round. Onto the straight then, propping up the field as things stand at the moment. Down to the next right-hander here. We're going to try to maximise the exit there on the outside. Into P14 as we approach the next section here. It's going to open us up onto the quicker section out here. It's a bit here, isn't it? Really keep your foot to the floor and just guide the car through. Dropping down the hill towards the hairpin. Not quite hitting the top of the rev limiter there, but we are just going to just about get ourselves round there. We've got a potential battle ensuing in front of us there by the look of it. We get round and over the start-finish line at the Lago Maggiore short course into the final sector. I quite like this corner here in particular for some reason. I think it's quite good. Just into this corner here. Ease it on around this one here. We are round the final corner now, and we are going to be completing the first lap here on Lago Maggiore. Into lap 2 then, onto the brakes once again for the first corner. Now the field here just kind of seems to be all relatively bunched up at the moment here, going through this first sector at the start of lap 2. Could be possible changes of position. Going down the straight now, not really much at all, is there, to separate. I think there's at least 6 of them there that are sort of all together in front of us. Don't forget about the car behind as well. They're also very much in the mix as well. So just work the car through here. It's a bit over there. Track managed to hold on to it there. Now down towards the hairpin. Looks as though they are going to make a move. They are indeed. We're just going to get ourselves all round there. Just almost clipping the back end there as we are making our way round. Yeah, just sort of go with it now then. Try to stick onto the back of this group up here. As I say, I always say it, anything can happen. It's quite a longish lap here as well at Lago Maggiore. Going around 2 minutes per lap times, as I say, anything can happen. At the final corner 3 there, just in front of P14, going for it over the line to start lap 3. It's now take 3 at the first corner. We've got definitely some sort of battling ensuing up here. Oh, and this and there, she's been sort of punted there. On ourselves down to P14, now working on towards the back of P13 in the BMW, and try to fend off the Nissan here, coming down towards this next right-hand turn here. It's a nice entry, nice and smooth there on the exit. A lot of sections here on Lago Maggiore where how you approach the first part of it is crucial for getting through the second part of it. A bit like that one there. Sets you up then for a nice run through here, but firmly planted to the floor, where I believe, yeah, the Nissan's going to go on the attack. Just going to get the cutback there, yes we can. Ooh, was I a bit off the track there, making that counter-attack there? Well, seems as though we've got away with it for now. Back into P14 then. Corners together before the end of lap 3. All seems like so far then. Stepping down now. Like an ultimate lap then. All late there from the Nissan. Ourselves around the first corner. Late from the Nissan or just early braking from me. Corner here that's a bit sort of really trying to get it on the apex there. It can be quite sort of bumpy, quite a bit sideways offline there. Got the lovely mountainous views there at Lago Maggiore, but we've got to concentrate now on getting ourselves around this right-hander. Spinner there just in front there. That's going to elevate us into P13. Really trying to lean on those races and mediums through there. Fortunately, looks as though you can take a bit over the white line there with regards to track limits, which is quite good. Pulling out then a bit then on the car behind, 1.3. Though not so bad as things stand. Trying to get a bit of race pace under our belts now. We're trying to close in a bit here on the BMW, the car in front with a lap and a bit to go. Trying to maximise the exit there off the final corner. Onto the start-finish straight then to start the 5th and final lap. Got someone off there at the start of the final lap in the Porsche. We're going side by side there with the BMW. Is that little battle there just going to allow us to perhaps close in a bit, just under a second, 8 tenths, so let's just sort of keep at it and see. We've got a good run out of there, and we are now going to go up the inside of the BMW. We are, just going to hold it there, see what the Porsche is going to do. Walk on white there again. That's going to allow us just to try all around the outside. There goes the BMW, just got very offline there through that section. Nissan profiting there, taking 2 places at the same time. We've got one back with a penalty there, so all sort of going on a bit on this final lap, just around the outside of the hairpin. Oh, we've been a bit of a thing there, but we've managed to keep it on. Got sort of squeezed there, but we've managed to keep it on the track. P14, getting offline there, going through that high-speed section. Bit of a bad idea to do that, I wouldn't recommend it. Run it over though, 2 corners to go. We've got P11 and 12 there in duel. It's going to sort of, yeah, tucking now behind P12 for the final corner. May move up to 12 ourselves here with the penalty. Let's see. So that was P12 then, at the end of that last one. So get a couple of laps under our belt then on the track. Just watch it here when you go through this section. As I say, don't get offline there. In this corner here, where I span out in the Daihatsu a few weeks ago. Okay then, couple of laps under our belt there. So, let's get back into it and see what transpires now. So we're here, P8. Okay then, let's see what happens. Away we go then, this time from P8. Arrive at the first corner, a bit of contact there in front of us there. Here we are, mind our own business. Around the second corner, all spinner there, coming out of turn 2. Straight away on the move, and this one into P7. Very late on the brakes there for this right-hander. We are just about going to get ourselves round in P7. They're very short-lived there based on the exit. Got the Nissan there alongside us. They're going to drop us back down to P8. Into the right-hander now, and a relatively even-steven start in this one then. Remaining in P8, not so bad. Key then in this one is to try stay on line on each lap through the section here, and then just go with the cars in front then, down the hill towards the hairpin. Some action there at the hairpin, looks like it. We're just sort of Focus there on getting ourselves round in the wrong gear. One of them. I climb up the little hill here. Got the Porsche there right behind us now. To the section here, the final section of the lap. And round the final corner then, and that is the end of the first lap. Lap 2 into the first corner, just closing in there to the back of the Nissan. As I say, keep an eye on the Porsche behind there. Oh, bit of a bump there going around the second corner. Oh, very aggressive there. Got a couple of seconds there back to P10, so a bit of room here on the track at the moment. Got a bit there on those corners there. Just about managed to keep hold of it though and not compromise our line through here. Stick to the back of these guys then at the moment as we go down the hill towards the hairpin. Definitely some action unfolding in front of us there. 3, at least 4 involved in that one. P8 they're just going to sit behind them as we go through here. And they're going to get involved as well. One into the wall there, one spinning out. Porsche there's going to get a bit sideways, just sort of try to keep an eye on what they're doing. Got us down to P7, and surely a couple of talking points in that one. Car off here as well, so we'll go down the inside of the Porsche into the final corner, into P6 now, and all of a sudden, this race coming into life a bit. So we start the third lap. Porsche there just in tow, Porsche in front. A bit of a bump there. Round the first corner and through they go, back into P6. Trying to stick on the back of them there, going through the right-hander there and onto the back straight. Still there though, 3/10. So a bit of breathing space for the car behind, 1.8 seconds. Which sort of allows us to sort of sort ourselves out of any oversteer or any understeery bits or anything like that. P6 there. Inside there, the Porsche going for a move around the outside, line through here, stick on the back of these two guys, and this sweeping hairpin. There we go. So potential fight here then for a top 5 spot. Well, there will be. Oh, just a bit there. Sort of bit there on that corner with the front end there, not quite going to where I wanted it to go, but we're still going. A little bit here on this corner as well. Just going to sort of compromise our exit here. This final corner, I'm trying to take the line around the outside there like P6 to keep up the top speed. Lap 4, fallen behind, around a second now behind P6, still here, I'd say P5 possibility, still in the offering. No bumps this time, going round the second corner. We are now here with P6 just in front of us there, 9/10 of a second, and a bit wide there off the exit there. What I'll try and do here is a tight line through there, trying to maximise the exit on the run out there, keeping the back end in check, is now P6. Just with us here, just in front, looks smooth here through this section. I'm really trying to hang it on there. Going through that section there. 1.5 then, 1.6 now, back to P8. So just gives us a bit of time here. Get ourselves around this hairpin and really starting to focus now, making those inroads on the car in front. This time through here, a much smoother line that time. That's much, well, it's better, isn't it? But I like this corner here, so I like to sort of trying to really carry the speed in, carry it through to here. Good exit there to get on the back of the Porsche now. The final corner, we are going to go down the inside. We've got ourselves into P6. The Porsche there on the counter. So we start the final lap. The Porsche back in position again. Ooh, cut back there into the first corner. Put on the floor. Got ourselves through the corner. Back into P6. Can we hold it there? Into turn 2. Oh, just about. It's a bit of a thing there to the Porsche. Reaffirm. We are still here. We are still very much going for the position as much as they are. Good bit of racing and all that. The line here for the left-hander. We've got a couple more in the mirrors as well there. Just sort of closing up to the back of us now. So just sort of keep an eye on those guys there. All in Porsches by the look of it. To the hairpin. We're going to close up to the back of us now. Get a good run through here. And all of a sudden, a 1.5, 1.6 second gap that we had has just gone, hasn't it? Let's keep it nice and tidy then through these final couple of corners, and we should be good to go here. Corner to go. Get ourselves through. Give it a line in P6. Not so bad then. A good couple of races here on Lago Maggiore. Good bit of battling, especially in the second race there towards the end. Another pretty good Group 3 daily race. Yeah, enjoying it.